In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on September 20th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Angels vs. Colorado Rockies. The Los Angeles Angels and the Colorado Rockies meet Friday in MLB action from Coors Field. The Angels are finishing the season with more fight than expected, and they've got a clear edge in this matchup. Jansen Junk has been sharper on the road with a 3.72 earned run average compared to a 5.22 mark at home, and he'll get the benefit of facing a Rockies lineup that has been among the worst in baseball down the stretch. Colorado is averaging just 2.9 runs per game in September and is batting barely above the Mendoza line over their last 10 outings. Combine that with Bradley Blaylock's struggles on the mound. He comes in with a 9 earned run average and a WHIP well north of 1.5, and it's hard to see the Rockies stringing together enough clean innings to compete. The Angels have enough bats like Taylor Ward and Joe Adell to take advantage of Coors Field's hitter-friendly conditions. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Angels money line is our full game side pick. Coors Field is already the most hitter-friendly park in the league, and with 2 shaky pitchers on the mound, both sides should find ways to plate runs. The Angels have launched 14 homers in their last 10 games and have been making consistent hard contact. The Rockies, while slumping overall, have still produced 11 home runs over that same span, and the thin Denver air makes mistakes even more costly. Both bullpens have also been stretched in recent series, creating more opportunities for late runs. With Blaylock prone to giving up crooked numbers and Junk showing inconsistency against strong right-handed lineups, there's plenty of reason to expect fireworks. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Guardians vs. Minnesota Twins. The Cleveland Guardians and Minnesota Twins meet Friday in MLB action at Target Field. The Guardians have lost just 1 game since September 5th and are locked in, playing strong as their playoff hopes depend on every outcome. Parker Messick has been outstanding in his rookie stretch. 5 starts, 29.1 innings pitched, a 1.84 earned run average, 22 strikeouts, and a 1.33 WHIP. He's shown poise, getting deep enough into games to force Minnesota to rely on their jumpy bullpen. On the other side, Pablo Lopez is back and healthy, carrying a 2.64 earned run average since returning, strong control, and consistently limiting damage. But even he's had a few starts where his pitch count has stretched, making late innings vulnerable. Given the Twins have traded away pieces, their bullpen has looked shaky, and that gives Cleveland the better edge in this spot. I think the Guardians take this one. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cleveland Guardians money line is our full game side pick. Messick's stuff has been sharp and efficient, which typically leads to fewer big inning disasters. Lopez is solid, but the possibility of traffic and runs creeping in, especially late, looms. Cleveland's offense doesn't have to be explosive, just opportunistic. A few hits, a walk or 2, maybe a homer, enough to capitalize when Minnesota's relievers come in. On the flip side, Minnesota's offense has been hit or miss, especially in September. When bullpens are taxed, games tend to see more scoring opportunities, but this matchup feels like one of those where the starting pitchers and defense keep things tighter than most expect. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Brewers vs. St. Louis Cardinals. The Brewers aren't letting up just yet. With 1 goal still on the table before the postseason, lock up the top seed in the National League. Milwaukee will make their way to St. Louis to open a 3-game series with the Cardinals, and taking the mound for the Brewers will be Jacob Misiorowski, who enters with a 5-2 record and a 4.35 earned run average. Misiorowski has had some ups and downs as a rookie, but he's flashed the swing and miss stuff that made him one of the most hyped young arms in baseball, and he's backed by one of of the hottest offenses in MLB. The Cardinals are expected to send Sonny Gray to the mound, who enters with a 13-8 record and a 4.43 earned run average. Gray has been inconsistent down the stretch, allowing 3+ runs in 5 of his last 7 outings and struggling with command at times. St. Louis hasn't been able to back him with much offense either, averaging just 3.5 runs per game in their last 10 contests. On the other side, the Brewers have been rolling at the plate, scoring nearly 6 runs per game over that same stretch, and they're still motivated with the top National League seed in play. Even though this is a rivalry spot and St. Louis will show some fight, Milwaukee has the edge both on the mound and at the plate. As our first pick for this matchup, the Milwaukee Brewers money line is our full game side pick. Misiorowski has been far better at home than on the road and owns a 5.61 earned run average away from Milwaukee, while Gray has a 6.61 earned run average across his last 3 starts. The Brewers have plated 8 or more runs in 4 of their last 6 games, while the Cardinals have allowed 6 or more in 4 of their last 6. With both teams seeing the ball well against right-handed pitching and neither starter in particularly strong form right now, the total sitting around 7.5 feels too low. Expect the Brewers' red-hot bats to do damage, and for St. Louis to push across enough runs to help cash it. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus Arizona Diamondbacks. The Philadelphia Phillies and Arizona Diamondbacks meet Friday in MLB action at Chase Field. The Phillies are the better overall team, but Taijuan Walker has been hittable all season and continues to trend in the wrong direction. He's allowed 22 hits and 13 runs in his last 15 innings, and over his last 20 frames he's been tagged for 17 earned runs. On the other side, Ryan Nelson has been much sharper at home, where in 75.1 innings he owns a 2.51 earned run average with a .200 allowed batting average. The Diamondbacks are also still in the thick of the National League wild card race, and motivation is sky high with their playoff hopes on the line. Meanwhile, the Phillies sit comfortably in their postseason spot and may not carry the same sense of urgency. This feels like a spot where the more desperate team, with the steadier pitcher at home, pulls through. As our first pick for this matchup, the Arizona Diamondbacks money line is our full game side pick. Both offenses are capable of putting runs on the board, but the story here leans toward the arms controlling things. Nelson has been especially reliable in Phoenix, and Walker, while hittable, tends to keep his team in games without completely imploding. The Diamondbacks bullpen has tightened up in recent weeks, and with the Phillies likely managing innings carefully ahead of October, expect both teams to lean on their pitching depth to keep this one in check. Add in the playoff pressure and the slower pace that usually accompanies high-stakes games, and the under looks like the stronger play. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Francisco Giants versus Los Angeles Dodgers. The San Francisco Giants and Los Angeles Dodgers meet Friday in MLB action at Dodger Stadium. The Giants are worth a look with Ray on the mound, as he's been a top 25 pitcher this season and has a 3.28 earned run average and .203 allowed batting average on the road. However, the Giants have fallen off a cliff over the last 2 weeks and are on the outside looking in regarding the wild card race. Ray has also allowed 22 hits and 17 earned runs in his last 18 innings, which includes just getting tagged by these Dodgers. Kershaw is having a shaky September, but he's been solid overall, and the Dodgers have won 7 of his last 8 starts. There should also be an electric atmosphere after Kershaw said he's retiring after the season. Expect some extra juice. I get the case to be made for the Giants, who are still fighting for their playoff lives, but the offense has started to stall again. Both starters struggled in their last matchups against these same opponents, but I trust Kershaw more for a bounce-back showing here. Ray's been giving up runs left and right lately, but it's the offense that's backed him up, and I don't think he gets the backup here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Dodgers money line is our full game side pick. Both Kershaw and Ray enter this matchup with shaky recent form, but rivalry games like this often tighten up as both managers lean heavily on their bullpens. Kershaw has owned the Giants historically at Dodger Stadium, sporting a sub-2 earned run average against them at home across his last handful of starts, while Ray, despite some recent blow-ups, still carries strikeout stuff that can neutralize a lineup. The Dodgers' offense has been hot, but San Francisco's lineup has been ice cold, and the Giants have struggled to push runs across in high-leverage spots. Add in the playoff-like intensity of September baseball and the fact both teams know each other's lineups inside and out, and it feels like runs will be at a premium. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.